Good morning everybody, I'm Huỳnh and you're watching e-commerce presentation series 2013 from Foreign Trade University. In today's presentation, I would like to tell you a story. Yes, it is a story. So let's see what we have here today. I believe that all of you know Twitter and Facebook. They are really big companies. But how many of you know that how big they are? Or just ask a simple question. How long do you think they need to achieve 1 billion in their brand value? Well, generally for a successful company, they normally need 1, 2 or even 3 decades to achieve this number. Sometimes it is impossible to achieve this number, but for Twitter, they just need 3 years to reach 1 billion in their value of brand name. And for Facebook, they even need a shorter time, 2 years, just 2 years. And today, can you guess my story is about which company? Well, the answer is none of them. Today, I would like to bring to all of you guys another interesting case, which is about another e-commerce company. The company just need 1.5 years in order to achieve the value of brand name even greater than $1 billion. The exact number is $1,350,000,000. And who are they? So the name of company is GROUPON. So what some of you may already know that what GROUPON is, and some of you may not. But after this presentation, I hope that all of you guys will know what GROUPON is. Okay, so before we go through the details of the presentation, just let's take some seconds to look at the outline. Here is the outline. There are 3 main parts are there in the presentation. The first part is obviously the overview about GROUPON. The second part is its business model. And the last part, also the most interesting part, which is the apply for Vietnamese case. And in order to make you understand clearly about this Vietnamese case, we divided into 2 subparts, which is advantage and disadvantages. So here we go. The statistic of GROUPON at the end of 2012 shows that there are about 11,000 employees of this company in over the world, and there are about 150 million users of GROUPON, and this number of users are in about 500 marketplaces located in 44 countries. As you can see from the screen, here is a pie chart of GROUPON users by region in 2012. And the blue and the red areas represent for North American and European users. And you can see that our Asia just accounted for about 2.5%, which is really low, right? And now let's talk about GROUPON. The founder of GROUPON is Andrew Mason. He was born in 1981, and this is a picture of him. In November 2008, he established this company when he just graduated from a musical university. The Wall Street Journal used to say that GROUPON is projecting that the company is on pace to make $1 billion faster than any other company ever. Well, Andrew Mason, he's a successful man after running his business in a few years. However, the idea of this business model is not begin from him. In 2000, a company namely Megata, they had already run a business which has a campaign we call WeCommerce, and in this campaign they try to sacrifice their price in order to maximize the quantity, and so they can rocket their profit. Well, it is the first part, the overview about GROUPON. Now let's move on to the second part, which is business model. And all of you know that there are 3 main types of business model. The first one is business to consumer. The second is business to business, and the third one is business to government. However, GROUPON is considered as a fourth part fourth kind of business model, which is business to team. So I think we should answer some questions to help you know more about Groupon. So the first question is why? Why should consumer buy products from Groupon? Well, the answer is quite simple, because Groupon sells products quite cheap. Normally the price is a half cut off, sometimes even more than a half. You love cheap, I love cheap, and so we are selling cheap when we buy products. So the second question here is how they can earn money. Well, when they sell product really cheap, so they receive money from transaction fees and money from advertising. Well, let me give you an example to make this point clearer. For example, when a supplier they want to sell a product with original price is $100, they offers to Groupon with the price $50. I mean, a half of original price cut off. So when Groupon can sell product with the price $50 to consumer, Groupon keep $25 for themselves and give back $25 to the suppliers. So hope that makes sense to you. An advantage of Groupon is they are the first mover and they have a great brand name, so it is easily to attract consumer attention to buy their products. Now let's talk about their competitors. Well, in the world there are about 500 similar websites to Groupon.com. And the second biggest one is livingsocial.com. And interestingly, in China, there is a company with the name of website is Groupon.cn, and you can see that this is a really potential market, so it brings a lot of competition. And seems Mr. Chungrik is waiting for a long time to stand here, so now welcome him.
Hello everyone, you have just listened to Mr. Huỳnh about some overview of Groupon. Now let's move on to the third part and also the final part, which is drawback and benefits of applying this model in Vietnam. The first one is advantage. The biggest advantage of this model is win-win-win purpose. Owners, customer, supplier, and Groupon, they can get a huge benefit. Customer, of course, they can buy a product with a really cheap price, maybe more than 50% of discount. And supplier, although they lose some money of making discount, but it is easiest and cheapest way to do marketing. Their slogan is losing money in one day and making money in the other day. And Groupon, what are the advantages? The huge advantage here is negative working capital.
So why we call it negative working capital? For example, when supplier send one product to Groupon does not need to pay cash immediately, but later when it sell product to customer. So you see, Groupon does not need much cash in hand to pay for input material.
So and in case of not having enough customer, Groupon only needs to return product to supplier without paying any money for them. So you see, it is a huge benefit and it also desire of almost middlemen and retailers. Now next, the second advantage is the psychology of Vietnamese consumer. As you know, Vietnam is a developing country and people pay lots of attention to price and discount. It happens every day that sometimes you do not need one product, but you still buy it because of its cheap price. And the last but not least advantage of this model is the renew and potential market. When traditional market is now saturated, this model is renew and potential. It will open a new way to get a lot of customers. And now, what are the disadvantages of this model? The first big disadvantage of this model is negotiation. As you know, the key factor to success in this model is scale and brand. So when you are a newbie, you will find hard to negotiate with supplier and consumer. It will increase service spend and of course distort your profit. And now the second disadvantage of this model is Vietnamese consumer habits. Normally, my parent, your parent, they rarely go to an online shop to buy any product. And you and me, Normally, buying one product from website is not our habit. Most people want to see, want to touch, want to feel the product before buying. And last but not least, the advantage of this model is infrastructure. The e-commerce infrastructure in Vietnam is not really high. Many people will find hard with computer, accessing to internet, banking system, ATM and so on. It will hinder the development of this model. So I have just tell you 3 disadvantages of this model, but I think company who can overcome these 3 challenges will become a really successful company in Vietnam. And now it's the end of my presentation. I hope it's useful for you, and thank you for listening.